I'm Jinkx Monsoon, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly roundup of everything Broadway, or as we like to think of it, the place where your school production's YouTube clip will gloriously go viral. Let's get started with the news. What's the buzz, Josh?
Make way for Prince Ali. It looks like Broadway audiences are in for the magic carpet ride of their lives as Disney's new musical Aladdin sets dates at the New Amsterdam Theater. Directed and choreographed by the Book of Mormon's Casey Nicholaw, this stage adaptation of the beloved animated film begins performances on February 26, 2014 and opens on March 20th. We are so looking forward to spending some Arabian Nights with Aladdin, Jasmine, and their colorful genie.
Jessica Lange, who last appeared on Broadway almost a decade ago in a revival of Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie, recently told the Los Angeles Times that she will come back to the Great White Way in Eugene O'Neill's Long Day's Journey into Night. Lange previously played Mary Tyrone in London and said it's one of her favorite characters, ever. Lange as a depressed, morphine-addicted matriarch who dreamed of being a nun sounds like a surefire Tony Award to us. Looks like somebody's trying to earn herself an EGOT.
Stage and screen star Geoffrey Rush has signed on to play the ultimate Broadway superfan in the new film adaptation of The Drowsy Chaperone. Yep, the Academy Award winner is taking on the role of Man in Chair, a part he previously played on stage at the Melbourne Theatre Company. And he's also on tap to produce the film. Geoffrey, if you need any inspiration for your new role as a theater fanatic, come on over to Broadway.com headquarters. You can put on a cozy sweater, take a seat, and listen to original cast recordings all day long. And we're proud to say, we own them all.
Heather, my love, there's a new sheriff in town. Heathers the Musical. The long-in-the-works musical adaptation of the 1980s dark comedy Heathers is finally hitting the stage with a world premiere production this fall in Los Angeles. This bloody classic about a teenage girl who gets revenge on her popular friends will feature music and lyrics by the guys who brought you Legally Blonde and Reefer Madness. So you know this is one high school comedy that's not to be missed. If you're in LA and you don't see Heathers, there's just one question to ask. What is your damage?
Looks like Finding Neverland may have found the ideal pair of lead actors. Brian Darcy James and Laura Michelle Kelly recently headlined a workshop of the musical led by newly appointed director Diane Paulus. The screen-to-stage transfer encountered some bumps in a pre-West End run last fall, but with Darcy James and Kelly in roles created by Johnny Depp and Kate Winslet, we're hoping the show will fly into Broadway very soon.
This is Cherry Jones, and you are watching the Broadway.com show.
In last week's Broadway Smackdown, we asked you to choose between the crazy-haired and truly revolting parents of the title character in Matilda, Mr. Wormwood or Mrs. Wormwood. With 83% of the vote, the Mrs. came out on top. Now on to this week's Smackdown, and it's really an unfair one, so bear with us. Two of Broadway's most beloved leading ladies landed guest spots on TV shows this week. Tony winner Sutton Foster nabbed a role on the season finale of Psych, while her former co-star Laura Osnes of Cinderella will appear on Elementary. So, if you could only watch one of these Broadway favorites, which would be must-see TV for you, Sutton or Laura? Tweet your vote to Broadway.com with the hashtag B'way Smackdown and tune in next week for the winner.
This week, I got an exclusive look at the first rehearsal of A Time to Kill, and while headliners Sebastian Arcelus and Patrick Page got busy carrying briefcases and shouting "Objection" for their new gigs as lawyers, I asked the cast, if you weren't an actor, what job would you like to try? Find out what the stars had to say. Oh, and spoiler alert, no one said telemarketer.
Animal rescue, saving the world, save the world.
I would want to be a midwife.
I went to UCLA to be a filmmaker, and if I was going to be a director, I had to know how to act, I had to know how to write. So I'm all of those. So any one of those three.
I would probably be a lawyer.
It probably would be something like a lawyer. It's so actory, isn't it? Like, I still want to get up in front of the room and perform. Look at me, look at me, look at me.
Broadway gypsy Rachelle Rak is the newest judge on Abby's Ultimate Dance Competition on Lifetime. With the nickname Sass and a bag full of fun lingo, she was full out when she appeared on Show People this week. For our top 5, we're counting down our favorite Sassisms.
Sas It Up is like come in with your best game.
Bring your game.
Bring your game.
Okay.
You know, show me what you, and be an individual, be unique, be yourself. Bite the Apple then comes in to, it's kind of like a button of a number, a big finish. You know, you build this number, you build this song, and then, ha! You know, you bite it. And then I say, you gotta drop, swing. Whenever you're having a bad day or you're having, you know, bad relationship, you're having a break, whatever you need to do, you need to sometimes just drop, swing, and come up with a new idea and a new attitude. A Cha Puus, I have to show it to you if that's okay. Is that all right?
Sure.
Let me get, okay. A Cha Puus is a 1, 2, 3, a look, and a bite the apple. Tilt your head back and instead of ha, go Gagagagagaga.
This week's Tweet of the Week comes from Wicked headliner and former Broadway.com fly girl Lindsay Mendez, who finds herself caught up in all the back-to-school fever that September brings. She tweets, "Maybe I will get a new notebook and a feather pen for class with Dr. Dillerman tonight. Hashtag fingers crossed, hashtag this year's gonna be different, Elfie." You can follow this green goddess at Lindsay Mendez.
This week's Hot Shot comes from Newsies star Cott, who was courageous enough to send us a photo of him as a kid before he became the banner-carrying, paper-hawking, tap-dancing hunk we all know today. Corey even tweeted the photo along with the message, "Hey, it gets better, trust me." Be sure to check out all of our other School Days features with some of your favorite Broadway stars right here on Broadway.com.
I'm Deborah Rush, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
In her Broadway.com Q&A this week, Broadway icon Betty Buckley revealed that she followed drunks around the streets of New York to help prepare for her boozy role in Off-Broadway's The Old Friends. We say thumbs up to that. We love picturing Buckley at work on the sidewalks of the city and get a kick out of imagining her doing similar work, trailing faded divas, religious nuts, and junkyard kitties for her past great stage roles. Keep it up, Buckley. Whatever you're doing, it's working.
Thumbs down this week goes to Pippin star Andrea Martin, who will depart the production on September 22nd to star in a new sitcom in Canada. We've barely had time to regroup ever since seeing her jaw-dropping, Tony-winning performance, and now she's gone. And we can't even watch her new show because it's in Canada. From now on, Andrea, every time we see a bouncy green ball or a sexagenarian in mid-trapeze, we'll think of you.
Blurred Lines may be the song of the summer, but we can't get enough of The Way, the bouncy hit single by Arianda Grande, who made her Broadway debut 5 years ago in Jason Robert Brown's 13. This 20-year-old triple threat lists musical theater as one of her interests on Twitter and included a remix of Wicked's Popular on her newly released CD, Yours Truly. For making the leap to pop stardom while remaining true to her stage roots, Arianda Grande is our star of the week.
That's a wrap for this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. Thanks for tuning in. We leave you with a clip of J. Armstrong Johnson and Allison Case from inside the Hands on the Hard Body recording studio performing the dreamy duet, I'm Gone.
So far